missing someone.
Hey guys, it's Brahms, and today I am going to be giving you a tour of my Sunset Street build. I put up a poll on my Instagram story, and 41 of you said, yes, I would totally watch that if it were on YouTube, and 0 people said no, which was pretty overwhelming considering not a lot of people actually see my Instagram stories, so thank you so much for your support and letting me know that you want this, so that's cool. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys what I've done for the hallway area. It seems a bit smaller than in-game, but you know, what can you do? I actually kind of have limited space because of this section out here, so I tried my best to do what I could with the space that I had. Also, instead of giving you guys the super boring black looking into nothingness, and by nothingness I mean my super flat world, I tried to provide kind of something better to look at, like a little fountain and some leaves there, so that, you know, you provides the real illusion of like being in a waiting space to go somewhere. I also replaced the menorah with a brewing stand and tried to include as many specific details as possible. Granted, I added some lights that aren't there, but I needed good lighting, you know? So I've got the path to the relaxarium here, and the path to the fusion kitchen here on this side, and the main event, Sunset Street. So one of my favorite parts of this build is the illusion door. I just think it's so cool coming out into the build and then backing up and having it look like a solid door. It's just super cool. Even though you can get through. It's awesome. So I'm going to go back through this way so you can see what it's like to come into the build, and voila, there is the courtyard. It does bother me a bit that the courtyard's not completely straight out, but I don't even think it is in the actual game, so we're fine. There's also like a little birdhouse here with a cuckoo bird that's blue, and it's super cute, so I tried to include that. These awesome benches with armor stand legs. The second I learned how to do that, I was just like floored. I absolutely love the legs on these. Also, we have our little picnic blanket here and our basket. Again, a lot of the stuff here is representative. It's not 100% perfect, because obviously very different art styles, and yeah, you know what I mean. So we've got a couple trees here, and the benches going around this path this way. Also, going around the front here, tried to include all of these little rocks and kind of things jutting out, and I also tried to include yellow flowers, because yellow and orange flowers are like the color of the actual flowers in the game, as well as the beehive here. I'm just trying to be as specific as possible, and again, like, I keep finding little things that are bothering me, so I'll probably revisit this, like, because I'm a perfectionist, but I think overall it's pretty done, and I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, how could we forget the event octopus? I really would like to see another event like this again, where we can, you know, kind of have like mini games. I've talked about this, like mini games in each room, cooking in the kitchen, skateboarding in Sunset Street. I don't know. That'd be really, really cool to see, but again, would take years to develop, so we'll see. Alright, now we're going to go into this section, which I think you guys have already seen if you've seen my film on Instagram, but there is this little area down here with a lovely little sign that says, "You wish," because I think we all wish we could figure out what was going on down here, but, you know, we might never know, so maybe it'll have something to do with an event in the future? I don't know, we'll see. So, and we've got up here, going into this little area, the jukebox here, and the basketball court, as well as the lamp post. And I did talk about this earlier, where I really, really love this art was really hard to do on the side, just because, like, I think you'll notice that this top part isn't as slanted as the other part, like, and in the game they're pretty equally slanted. That's because this art would have been way too hard to do at a slant. So again, there are things about this build that are not perfect, but you know what, they're good enough for me, so I hope they're good enough for you guys too. Here's this little artwork again, the little wings. I think it's pretty cute to, like, take pictures with and stuff. Got the door here, the unopenable door. And I'm gonna, actually, you know what, I'm gonna hop off like this. So we've got our chalk line bot. Oh no! Gosh. I'm not gonna show you what it looks like at night until the end. That's the big surprise, because I think it looks pretty cool. Plus, people love seeing the beach at night, so I think it'd be cool to, like, know what Sunset Street would look like in the dark. Alright, so we've got our little chalk-drawn body here, and a garbage can you can actually sit in. Also, the boxes over here, I put a little face on them, like in the game. It's not perfect, but again, it's cute. We've got our sushi place, Japanese restaurant here. Supposed menus, they're maps, and I don't really know what to do with this area. I should have like written out an actual menu. Maybe I'll do that later. And this painting obviously doesn't exist in the game. I'm just putting it here because I need to fill space. Okay, so then I've got the sign here as well. Again, emulated with green dye. Also, I can't write in kanji, so oops. Alright, so going on to this side of the build, there is something here that I'm kind of proud of. Again, it's not perfect. Okay, also look at this moped. It's just so cute. I just love it. It's adorable. Okay, well, I'm sort of proud of this. I wanted to make a transportation system up to the balcony. It's not perfect, again. I don't think there's anything here that I would say is perfect. Like, I wanted this to be completely pitch black, but if I do take out the redstone torches, I can see, like, literally nothing. I mean, I can see because there's another torch there, but I wanted to make sure it was as dark as possible. And yeah, so you can get up here. I put in the curtains with like the little gold clips on the ends. Had the little chair. I don't remember what's here. I think it's like a candle or something in the game. And then the makeshift telescope. Again, not perfect. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. You've already heard me say that a lot. It's crazy. And there is the second balcony layer that you cannot access, just like in the game. I was actually debating putting stuff behind these shop windows, but because there's nothing behind them in the game, I didn't actually include it. Thought it would have been cool though. And here we have, I literally almost forgot these pink, like, I don't want to call them balconies, like the pink hangover things. I literally filmed this once already and then realized that I forgot to include these, so please enjoy them. So I've got the tattooist chair, little tool table, all of the what do you call them? There's a word for that. There's a word for tattoo sheets. You know what, I'll come up with it later. I'll probably remember. So there are these chairs as well. I'm so thankful for Red Nether Bricks for being the perfect color for this. Like, can we just say, okay, I'm picking that up. That's gonna bother me. Okay. So yeah, I feel like I wish there was more on the walls here, but there isn't really in the game, so yeah. Got a little barbershop sign in our vending machine. Vending machine's a little bit bigger than I would have liked. There are a lot of things that are bigger than I would have liked, just because blocks are big and the dimensions are weird, and if it had to be super perfect, like, I don't know, I wanted to make it the same size so that you could interact with it. Like, I could probably make it a lot better if I made it like 3 times bigger, but again, that would take really long and you couldn't interact with it because the door would be like this big. So, here we've got our bakery with their little bread sign. I mean, they don't have pretzels in Minecraft, sorry man. And again, more hidden glowstone. So I've been hiding glowstone kind of everywhere in this build, because it looks really cool at night, I'm gonna be honest. And I want to show you guys what it looks like at night, but without the glowstone hiding everywhere, it just looks super dark and sad. So we've got our coffee machine here and some cakes. This was actually kind of hard to build because you don't see the whole thing in-game because of the balcony kind of... I'm just forgetting words for things. You know what I mean, the little tarpy thing. Also, the ice cream stand here, I didn't even realize in-game that this is interactable. It's super cool. I didn't know if the actions had already been there where you'd, you know, get yourself ice cream and then like give it to another person. It's so cool. So I love this stand. I don't think I even showed you guys over there the hot dog stand. I might go back for it because I don't think I went into too much detail with that. So I've got some plants here and our tea sipping tables. I absolutely love this area in the game. I'm always caught sipping tea. Also, I hid more glowstone in the umbrellas. Big oops, but you know. Also, checkered patterns are just so hard to do because they're so small in the game and I only have such big blocks, so I tried my best, and that's the point. Also, something I struggled with a lot is that I wanted this side to be entirely black because I hate how that door sticks out and stuff, but then I realized in the actual game you never see that side of things, so why should I have to cover it up? You're not going to see it. I mean, you just saw it, but dang, I shouldn't have done that. Well, here's an X. The X. Wholesome. It's not perfect, again. Also, I included some skylights and a bunch of sea lanterns because you never really see the ceiling here, and again, looks cool at night, and otherwise I can't see. There's still a dark spot up there. So we've got our shelves with clothing, and then a racks with clothing, and our little purple benches. Another clothing rack, as well as these stripy checkout lanes. I say lanes, it's a cash register. That's all it is. Heck yeah. And this door has like a really thin brown border around it, and I wanted to just use spruce trapdoors, but corners don't work like that. They just don't. So that's kind of frustrating, but it's okay. So we've got a couple of like purple paintings that exist in game. I didn't just want to use regular paintings because they have very specific colors. And our shoes, I'm doing air quotes and you can't tell. Oh my god, I am just so tired today. I'm so sorry. Okay, well here are our selection of shoes. Thank goodness for Minecraft's wide selection of walls lately, because every pair of shoes is different. So, you know, we've got our shoe boxes and Pug. I tried to do the writing like 20 different times. I was just gonna put signs up and everything looked corny. So again, a lot of things here are very representative. Like, you know, you can tell that this is Pug without it saying Pug if you play the game. Like, you know what I mean. We've got another squishy chair and some shelves up for the taller people, I guess, because the shelves are in line with the balcony in the game, I guess. So I guess you just have to get up on the chair and jump. I mean, whatever. So I've got another rack of clothing here, and I think that's about it. The only thing that I would say is I think my vines are getting a little bit out of, oh my gosh, they're getting a little bit out of control here, so I have to do some vine trimming at some point. Oh goodness, they're everywhere. Wow. So that's the only, the upkeep of the vines on this build is nuts. But, I mean, it looks pretty cool from a distance, which is what I was going for. So that's pretty much the build. I mean, see, like, you can see how that's more slanted than this side because of the artwork. I mean, there are obviously things that I'm going to be really critical about. Oh, here's the hot dog stand, by the way. Sorry I didn't really show you guys this. I think it's really cute. It kind of looks a little happy face. I mean, obviously there are going to be things about the build that I am not 100% happy with, because translating Hotel Hideaway architecture into Minecraft is kind of difficult. I have found. And I, especially with the levels, like, this is below everything else, and this is above everything else, and having to think about angles and stuff, so I tried my best. So I hope you guys really like it, because, again, I made an effort. Yeah, I'm really excited about this build. Super stoked to start on the beach or Velvet Room. Can't really remember which one was first on the poll, but I have it written down, so I'll get back to you guys on that. But I just adore doing this kind of stuff for you guys, and I really love that you guys enjoy it as well. So without further ado, we're going to go into Night Sunset Street. Wow. I think it looks pretty darn cool. I would love to see a Night Sunset Street. Like the nightlife kind of thing. Like, wow. I don't know. I mean, it's still really dark over here, but I like the little daylight sensor. And the lamp here, because I know there are a lot of weird lamps that the Hideaway has that I had to include, like this one specifically. And I actually hid some glowstone in here because I thought it looked cooler at night, so yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. I just think that's really, really cool. I'm actually, like, kind of proud of this, so, and I can't wait to add more to it. I'm gonna have to, like, make the hallway a lot bigger and extend it way longer so that I can actually connect the hotel, but I'm just absolutely floored that you guys have enjoyed this build, so all I can say is thank you so much for your support and being awesome. And, like, you know, I could not have done this without people telling me to, like, keep going and, like, oh my god, like, I want to see it. So the motivation for me to even film this video all came from you guys, so you guys are really awesome. Stay swampy, and I will see you guys whenever.